Hey guys, it's me, EODGamer here. Now, before the month of August, I know we have a couple more days, but I want to make this shop guide to tell you exactly what you need to remember to purchase and my recommendations as well as we go through everything. So if you want to take this as a checklist, make sure you check it all, get the important stuff so you don't miss anything out on a monthly basis. First things first, let's start off with the one that I think most people are interested in, which is the residual signal shop here, which the only thing that resets here is probably the two characters that you see over here. Every month, Hoyoverse likes to refresh these two, so the next rotation might be something different, and then thereafter it'll be slightly different. So first things first, do you need to pick up Lucy and Billy? I think between the both of them, Billy's copies of his kit are not super critical, so if you're not like a Billy main, you don't want to main him and play him only as a DPS, probably don't rush to pick up this one because you are actually trading like 7 limited pools worth, which can build onto your PT. It's like 10% of a 5-star or S rank, so to speak. So it's quite substantial. So Lucy here is the one that a lot of people are actually going to consider picking up. And let me go into her character screen and tell you my recommendations if you should pick her up or not. Now, for a free-to-play player, supports are very, very good. Especially if you do not have Sokaku, perhaps you didn't pull Alan, or you have a Soldier 11 character like this, or maybe perhaps you're playing with Piper as one of your main DPSs. In that case, I think if you are looking for a first copy of Lucy, very good value for 7 limited pools, you can guarantee yourself to get Lucy. She might not even come out in the next banner, not too sure as of now, but getting her this early, a very strong support character that can pair well with Piper. Very, very strong anomaly character and quite flexible in your last character that you're going to play. I think Lucy is very good value to pick up for the most people, especially if you do not have Ellen and you do not play Sokaku in the other half. Because most people have Nicole. Nicole is a very strong support already, so you're really looking for that second support. If you have Rina, you have Sokaku, Lucy's value is like probably not as critical. Unless you have Soldier 11, you're playing with Piper, then her value goes up a little bit. So that aside, some of you already have one copy. You're like, EOD, don't tell me this. I already have one copy. I want to know what are her key, basically her cinemas that you want to focus on. TLDR, the best one that she has is this Cinema 6, which is Fierce Fangs of Fire. This gives her a very, very long uptime with it. You can read a long wall of text, but basically it just enhances the duration, which helps her keep on the cheer on buff, which is immensely good. She scales very nicely from 1 all the way to 6, but I feel that the one that changes her playstyle most is 6. It makes her just that good. If I was on like my final copy, I would have picked it up to get the full 6, but 5 is just like some stat buff. So 5 and 3, the reason why I say like if you're halfway in, don't bother is because she hasn't had a raid up yet. Might be the next banner because they won't repeat the character so soon. They might do like other character banners and stuff like that. So getting the first copy, good for most people because you get the character unlocked, and finishing off at 6. The rest of them just increases damage, utility of the character, but doesn't make a key difference out of all of them. Of course, they're all very nice. I'm not saying it's bad, but probably not as critical to pick up this early on, especially when she hasn't had a raid up banner yet. The chances of Hoyoverse introducing a raid up, very, very high at this point. I'll be doing a Lucy guide probably once she has a raid up or anytime soon once I level her up a little bit. So I'll make some guides for that. You can stay tuned on the channel. But most of these other characters, if you already have like Nicole, you have Sokaku, you wonder why a lot of people play with them, you can check out our build guides for these popular characters currently in the meta. So that is for the signal shop, but that is not all. The fading signal also resets. Now, I don't expect you to pick out everything like this if you're a whale. I'll give you some options if you are like total free to play, a small spender and a whale. The long story short, make sure you purchase your discounted tips. These are like super important. Both the standard as well as the limited ones, they are both worth it. If you play the game on a daily basis, you just log in free to play, you do your events, you will have enough of this currency. Some of you are wondering, EOD, why get enough as a free to play player? Because you don't make pools at all. Generally speaking, you should be getting these two, and then if you don't pool on any other nonsense, you are able to get this every single month. So one of the huge tips that I have is make sure you do not waste your fading signals, because there will be coming a time where you don't want to make any pools at all. Maybe you're saving up for Miyabi or a character that you really like that you want to go all in on. In that case, you will just be depleting your fading signals every month that goes by. And if you do not have enough, it's going to leave a sour taste in your mouth when you are unable to purchase these two at a discount. So that's just my honest recommendations for free-to-play players. For small spenders and whales, this is the the category. I would say the Denny's is very, very good value because it's discounted. It's at half price. You can get quite a lot of Denny's here. I always pick it up as a whale. If you're a small spender and you are doing every single, like maybe you're pulling every 2 patches and you have enough to guarantee these 2, I would say the Denny's are actually very, very good value that you can consider too. So that is my recommendation for most people. The rest over here that I picked up, I would not be picking these up again unless I need them. I merely only bought them because in a very early game as a whale, you need more resources to help push further, help create content, but I don't see myself needing the additional resources moving forward too. This Denny's here is of course a total whale thing. You only purchase this if you're a massive whale, but for most people as of now, I don't think it's super necessary. Next up, Bangbox. This also resets in August, which is in like 3 days time. So what are the critical ones? It's not what I purchased. I bricked my own account because I wanted to progress further. The important one is getting these boopons, the discounted 50% off boopons. Very, very good. And thereafter, I would recommend you like save as much as you can. The one that you can consider is getting these muscle modified parts. Unfortunately, I haven't purchased these myself, so I don't know whether you can actually, does it sell out? But it seems like it says like limited one, so I guess you can only purchase like 1 copy of it and then it resets, or maybe this doesn't even reset, or because this one you can see here, 3 days reset, 3 days reset, unlimited. Out of all of them, I think I'll pick up the boopons. You want to get more pulls. Penguin Bull, Devil Bull, I don't think it's like super critical. I would much rather save up for that boopons because you can get the guys along the way too, and also save up for the muscle modified part. This one I'm not too sure because it says here limited, so you might be only able to get 1 ever and like never again. Let me know in the comments below if you guys have actually bought this and any of you actually saved out all the way. I don't think most people have saved out 1,200 at all, but then again, that's my thoughts so far. I think just get the boopons is very good value and save up for the muscle modified part. I don't really think the A ranks are super useful right now since a lot of you seem to be going towards like the S ranks, pulling S ranks, which we talked about in our other video. I recommend you save your pulls right now when they update in version 1.1. Master tape, no changes here. So let me go into the other stuff that's also going to rotate, and there's 2 more. Let's talk about the Shui defense here. This one resets in August as well, once the thing turns. I'm not too sure whether it rotates every single month or whether it's every single like 45 days or 6 weeks rotation or something like that. But for now, it resets in August. Clear this as far as you can. This gives you a lot of resources. Now, if you are worried whether you should spend your battery or not, I think the choice is yours, whether it's efficient or not. To me, personally, if I were to talk on like, if I were a free-to-play player, polychrome is the most important resource. Energy and all that doesn't matter. In fact, if I can trade energy early on to get polychrome and guarantee myself 200 polychrome, that is pretty much a couple of logins worth of days. So you actually get days advantage trading a theoretically free resource like energy. But I'll leave the decision up to you. I'm not trying to coax you into anything. I don't benefit from it anyway. But it is a lot of resources. Every stage that you clear, you get 30. And if you are able to S clear, you get like 90. And if you can clear like the deepest 2, which I will plan to do over some time, I haven't had the time, was making quite a lot of videos. The last few floors actually give you like 120, and like even 5th Frontier is also like 120. So the rewards get even more as you go deeper in, which incentivizes you to push as hard as you can as well to clear the Shui defense. If you're interested in guides, I already talked a lot about how to use your energy efficiently, what to do. Check that out if you want more progress. But I just want to remind you, try to clear your Shui defense. You can get here after you clear your all the way to 10. When would you actually start tackling this? If you are around 40 to 45 internet level, you should be at least clearing like the first 2 levels. B at least, but you should be quite fine as well if you have been like being quite efficient following the guides on the channel too. I think you will be having not too much difficulty. And last but not least, of course, in the August shop rotation that I want to remind you is going to be this Outpost Logistics. Now, this is probably the trickiest one for a lot of people. The whole shop resets in August for both the Outpost Logistics and the Association supplies. Just a gentle reminder, you get the Z merits from the Hollow Zero, and you get the other one from clearing your weekly bosses and stuff like that. So first things first, for this one here, don't follow what I bought. I bricked my account. I don't want you to brick your account as well. The top priority is master tapes, and Boopons for a free-to-play player. Boopons is the highest priority because these you can't whale for these at all if you're like pay to win. Free-to-play, Boopons are great. You just collect it, you get more stuff. For free-to-play, Master Tapes are equally as important. But for whales or spenders, Master Tape is like less priority than Boopons because you can't whale for Boopons as of yet. So these two highest priority, I don't have it. Brick my account, I regret it tremendously, but for me, content takes priority above everything else, so I highly recommend you do that. For the rest of them, if you have additional resources, I would recommend you pick up whatever you need. The Denny's are definitely quite attractive as well, especially the discounted Denny's, this one here, which is like half the price compared to this one. I do recommend getting the half price ones. The rest of them, not too critical. I picked this up because I needed the resources to level up early on to create guide videos for people too. That's for this Outpost Logistics. And finally, Association Supplies. What do I think about this? The whole shop here against resets in August. And what you need to do in the month of July is I highly recommend you consider picking up, okay, this one here, Boopon, definitely I think is very, very attractive. You can't pay to win this. This tuning calibrator is good, especially if you are planning to scale for the late game. Now, this is a very tricky one to say. 2,000 of these credits that you can actually trade these 2,000 credits for, even if let's say you take the worst efficiency one, that is 500k of Denny's. So would you rather a tuning calibrator of 500,000 Denny's for your account right now? And that's considering the worst efficiency. I think it's very tricky. In the early game, this 500k Denny's could actually help you push onto your Shui defense one additional level, and you pretty much get more resources. Late game, clearly tuning calibrator beats by a mile. You don't need the additional resources. But remember, the proportion of energy that you get from this purchase, or even any of these other ones, like let's say this one here which gives you like double value, this gives you like way more benefit in the early game because the amount of energy you have spent in the game within this past last 1 month is so much less than the energy that you have spent like 1 year in. That proportion is just insignificant later on. But this early on, first month into Zenless Zone 0, I think I would skip the tuning calibrator, not as important. Boopon's top priority. Tuning calibrator, if you are playing for 1 year plus, yes, I argue that it's decent. But I would much rather the additional resources and pick up the other stuff from the shop. For example, like this Denny's will be my highest priority. It saves a lot of energy. I would even consider picking up Hi-Fi Master Copy because you could even like get a certain gear and farm the rest. You will be spending most of your time from like 45, 50 plus just farming gear anyway. This tuning calibrator, you can get it later on. I don't think it's like super urgent. That's my personal thoughts. Let me know in your comments below. I think this is where it gets a little bit subjective. I want to leave the decision up to you. I just share with you my opinion as like a friend. Whatever decision it is up to you. And if you found this video helpful and timely, I try to make it like 3 days, 4 days right before the month of August. Do like and subscribe. Make sure the notification bell is up so you get these information timely to you as well. And again, guys, thank you so much for watching and see you in the next video.